Children, we are learning lesson 1.3. What is nutrition? Food is one of our basic needs. Without it, we cannot survive. Food contains nutrients, which are the building materials of our body. They will provide energy for growth and other activities. So, the topics that we will learn is, why do we need energy? Then the calories. Next, breakdown of the nutrients. So children, let's start today's session. Why do we need energy? When a car drives up a hill, it does some kind of work that we do when lifting a weight. Work is an energy that has been used. When we do work, we need energy. Think about how a car's engine works. When the engine runs, fuel and oxygen cause a small explosion. Fuel keeps meeting the oxygen to keep the engine working. The cells in our body work in a similar way. Inside each cell, a structure works like an engine to make the energy and the heat. The nutrients are the fuels of our cell. Our body picks up oxygen from our lungs and the nutrients from our digestive tract. These cells combine them and they will make a chemical reaction. This chemical reaction will produce the energy and heat. So children, we need energy to do everything inside our body. So there are specific proteins inside the body which will control these reactions of metabolism. Thousands of metabolic reactions happen inside our body. Okay, and they to keep our cells healthy and the working. Okay, you just see in the picture where the energy is used inside the body. Okay, so if you will see that, you observe that brain needs 22% of energy, where the heart needs 9, liver 21%, kidney 8%. Okay, then the muscles also need the 22%. Apart from these, there are eye, ear, then the pancreas, nerves, immune system. They also need few amount of energy. Okay, now we'll go to the next slide. What are calories? Calories are a unit of energy. Calorie refers to anything that contains energy. Calories in our food is measure of how much energy that the food possesses. Our body continuously burns the calorie to produce energy and heat to keep it working. So how can we define calorie? A calorie is a unit of energy. When we hear something, it contains 100 calorie, it means it is a way to describe how much energy your body could get from drinking or eating it. To build a strong and healthy body, we need all the nutrients in correct quantities. We cannot get all the nutrients from one type of food. Okay, so we must have the balanced diet. So let's go to the next slide. In this slide, we will learn about the breakdown of carbohydrates. So what are carbohydrates? They are the energy giving food. Okay, so carbohydrates convert into the sugar. What are there are different forms of sugar, like I will tell you the maltose, then there will be the glucose, fructose, etc. Okay, so now what will happen? Carbohydrate, during the digestion, the starches are and the sugars are broken down by the chewing or the enzymes. Okay, so now you remember, okay, in the stomach there is no digestion of the carbohydrate. What will happen in the small intestine? There is the digestion of carbohydrate. Carbohydrate will break down and it will form different sugars like the glucose, then the fructose, etc. Next, we will learn about the breakdown of proteins. What are proteins? Proteins are the building block. Proteins are called the in bodybuilding food. So, how the protein will be digested? Protein first reach to the stomach. Now, in the stomach, there is an acid that is called HCl or hydrochloric acid. So, now HCl and enzyme, they will mix with the food and they will make the smaller chain of the amino acid. After that, it will reach to the small intestine. Next, we will learn about the breakdown of fat. What are fat? Fat will also give us energy like the carbohydrates, but it will give more quantity of energy. Fat will break down inside the cells and they will generate the energy. The fatty acids that are released into the bloodstream and carried to the tissues. So now children, you come to know there are certain enzymes inside our body to burn the calories and break down the carbohydrates into glucose and other sugars, fat into glycerol and fatty acids, and protein into the amino acid. These are transported through the bloodstream into the cells where they react with the oxygen and they will release the energy. The energy from these cells keep our organs working. The heat from the cells keep a steady body temperature. So hereby my session is going to be finished. Thank you for hearing me.